The public school system of Manatee County, Florida, was to have been desegregated today under an order from a federal judge, whose order was upheld last Friday by the Supreme Court. But Florida's Governor, Claude Kirk, personally intervened, claiming he was determined to exercise our rights. He assumed control of the school system and ordered teachers and pupils to ignore the court order. Probably not since George Wallace made his stand in the schoolhouse doorway in Alabama in 1963, as a state governor placed himself in such direct conflict with the federal government. This afternoon, federal Judge Ben Krensman, acting at the request of the Justice Department, called Kirk personally to account for his actions. He issued a restraining order against the governor to keep him from interfering with the rulings of the court, and he directed Kirk to appear before him tomorrow to show cause why he should not be held in contempt. Meantime, school was conducted as usual in Manatee County. Here is a report from ABC's Don Farmer in Bradenton.
School officials here in Manatee County were ready to desegregate this morning. Bus routes had been altered. 2,600 students were set to attend different schools. Some whites were unhappy, but no one expected any trouble. Then Governor Kirk stepped in. He took over the schools and stopped the planned integration. The court order was ignored. The school superintendent went home. The governor occupied the superintendent's office. He said his major objection to the order was its enforcement so near the end of the school year.
We're involved here in forced busing. Now, that's the clearest cut, most violent circumstance in the nation and world's history is right here. It's as though you took a man out of Rayford's death row and you took him down the hall and you put him in that electric chair and you pushed the switch while he was on appeal. But even with all of that, if the law, after we've been in every court and done everything that is legally proper within the confines of the law, and Plan B is the order, then God save the nation, but that's what we'll implement.
School attendance was off about 5%, but the children showed no evidence of the controversy churned up by the adults. Black citizens here were not surprised by the governor's action, but they did not like it.
Well, I just had a chance to talk with a few of the Negro pupils on last night, and they think it's a disgrace that the governor would come in and take such action at this time.
The questions raised here are moral, legal, and political. The governor says it's immoral to disrupt the students. The governor's defiance of the Supreme Court may be a legal matter. And observers here say that politics is involved. They point out the governor may run for re-election this year, and in a campaign there is no more explosive issue than school integration. Don Farmer, ABC News in Bradenton, Florida.